Hello designers, you're welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to be learning how to cut facing and lining for a jacket. It can be any type of jacket, notch collar, short collar, jacket like this, any type is the same process. So I'm going to fold my fabric. I want to cut the facing now. I'm going to fold my fabric into two. If you're using the same color of fabric, go ahead. If you want your lapel, when you turn it at the chest area, if you want a different color or a different fabric, then you use that fabric at this point to cut your facing. So I'll fold the fabric into two, and then I'm going to place the front part of the jacket where you have your collar, whichever color it is, like I mentioned earlier, just place it and trace out the shape. Where you have it curved, curve it. Where you have it like a V, make a V, whatever shape. You cut part of the shoulder, cut the front, the full front, and a little part of the hem. So if yours is not curved this way at the hem and is like a rectangle, you go ahead and cut the same shape. The facing is going to start in front of the darts. So I'll just mark a little space in front of the darts. Then on the shoulder, I'll mark like 3 inches. Okay, I can mark it there also, just in front of the dart. Then I'll draw a curved line. I don't make mine straight so that I can stretch and relax and all that. So I don't make it totally straight. Now I'm going to cut it out. At the hem of the jacket, you can also measure like 3 inches. If yours is not curved like this, you can measure like 3 inches down there too. So I'm going to place it on it just to show you that it is the same shape. If yours is not curved, like I said earlier, cut it square or hang good, whichever way it is, just cut the same shape. So I'm showing you now that it is before my dart, is not really on the dart or after the dart. I'm going to mark the fabric so I can locate the front part of the fabric and the back part of the fabric, so I don't make mistake. The facing, you can go ahead and put your interfacing, either a soft one or a medium one. We call it stay. So you put your stay so that it can be firm. Now I've folded the lining into two. I'll be cutting the full shape of the jacket. Like I said, whatever shape you have in front, even if it's not this type of shape that I have, any shape you have at the front part, just cut the shape. Any shape you have at the hem, if it's not curved like mine, just cut it. Cut the side, cut the armhole, the shoulder, cut the full jacket on the lining. I'll show you how you can transform this so that you have part of the lining and part of the material inside the jacket. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to mark the lining so I can know the front and the back part of the lining. Then I'll take the back piece. I'll cut the full lining for the back piece also. Now I'm cutting the sleeve. I'm going to cut lining for the 2 sleeves. Whether you're using short sleeve, 3/4 sleeve, or long sleeve, is the same thing. Just cut the lining, cut the shape that you have there. Now I'll take the facing again, and then I'll remove the two fabric of the jacket, remaining the lining on the table. So this is the two lining facing each other. I'll arrange them, and then I'll place the facing, the fabric, I'll place it on it. So I'll arrange the edge, the shoulder, the hem, whatever shape you have, just arrange it. Then you trace it out this way on the lining. Then you remove the facing. You can pin down the lining so that it doesn't move around. Now I'm going to remove the facing, the fabric, and then that line I marked towards the front of the jacket, I'll measure half an inch. So that will be for my seam allowance to sew it. Then I'll cut the new line I just made. Make sure the line is towards the front of the jacket, don't draw it towards the side or the armhole part of the jacket. It should be at the front. Now I'm going to take the lining I just cut out now, front part of the jacket, the lining, not the fabric I used to cut the facing. The lining I cut out just now is what I'm placing on this fabric. So now I'm going to use this to get my real facing with seam allowance. The other facing does not have seam allowance. So I'm going to add 1 inch at this part. Please don't add half an inch, it will not be enough. Add 1 inch. When you join it together, you will see that it works. Add 1 inch to that side as like seam allowance while you trace out the other part of the facing. You trace out the shape as it is. Don't add anything, just add only to this part, because the facing already has seam allowance. The jacket itself already has its own seam allowance, so we are not adding extra. It's only this place we cut out. Because we cut it out, we need to add seam allowance back to it. Now I'm going to cut it out. I'll discard the lining. This lining, I'll discard it. And then this new fabric I'm cutting is what I will use for my facing. The right side of the fabric, make sure they are facing each other when cutting this facing. I'm going to cut 2 pieces of that facing, and then I'll put my interfacing or stay. After cutting it, this is what it looks like. So that part is going to be fabric. This part is going to be fabric. Whether you're using the same color or different material, while this part is going to be lining, then you join them back. When you join them back, it will give you the full jacket, and then you can go ahead to sew. It will be your lining when you're joining the jackets. This is a fast method, and you don't need a pattern for this.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please kindly like, share, comment, subscribe if you're new here, and click the notification bell. Thank you.